Hey, thanks for joining me tonight. I just thought I'd catch up with yous because, there's a lot of anxiety out there just now. Just wanting to try get us feeling a wee bit happier and seeing the good that's happening out there at the moment. So, sorry that I'm a wee bit late joining. I had some mum duties. So I just thought I'd introduce myself first because some of you might not have seen me on the lives before. So I just thought I'd just take a minute or two. So I'm Jane. I've been running Your Positive Life now since October 2018, can't remember now, that's terrible. So as well as doing that, I'm actually, my day job, I'm a health, safety and security advisor for a global manufacturer. Which is really an interesting role. I do a lot with safety itself, but obviously with health as well and well-being. So at work, currently compiling a huge stress risk assessment at the moment, which is really, really interesting. So a part of that is the well-being aspect and trying to find what we could actually do in our daily lives to help us feel a bit happier, letting the anxiety kind of level out a little bit, and just find the joy in each day. So I just wanted to talk just a little bit about gratitude. So I've been practicing gratitude for quite some time now, actually, quite a few years before Your Positive Life started. I probably started it probably about 5 years ago. And the reason I started to do that was because I wanted to put some positive energy out there. So gratitude is a fabulous way of actually putting some positive energy out in the universe. And you might think, well, I'm normally grateful for things. I say thank you for things, but what does practicing gratitude actually mean? So practicing gratitude is about making a conscious effort each day to find out what has happened in your day that you feel happy about, what you're grateful for, what you're thankful for, and putting that into practice and just taking that conscious time to actually write it down, speak it out loud, or whatever it is that you want to do. So hi Kerry Sue, thanks for watching. Hopefully some more people can join us as well. So it has been proven with gratitude, if you practice it every day, it can actually help your mental health. There's scientific evidence that looking for the positive in your day can actually help reduce anxiety, help with mental health, and overall improve your health and well-being. So it's not just a fad that's out there at the moment, being grateful for things. It's actually a really quite important part of our lives to remember the good in our day. So how do I practice gratitude? It could be a moment in time thing. So it could be that somebody said something really nice to me. It could be that they've said, oh, that's a job well done. It could just be a good morning. It could be a good evening. It could be anything at all. And it's just finding a way of capturing that moment and thinking, that was just really, really nice. Another way to practice gratitude is to write things down. So I'm going to show you my journals. There's actually one that I've forgotten to pick up, but that's just me. I'm a busy mum with 2 girls. I've got everything going on, got a house to run, a dog, husband, blah, blah, blah. So I'm always really, really busy. So that's great, but I love actually being busy. So I've actually forgotten to pick up one of my books. And one of the gratitude books that I've forgotten to pick up was from my beautiful friend Jackie, who lives in Australia. And she had made me a little gratitude book. So I'll talk about that just in a minute or two. So the books that I've got here is one that I did start many years ago. It'll be my first one. It would be at least 5 years ago. It might even be 6 or 7. So I've got my book here, and I didn't really know where to start. So at that point, I thought, right, I just wanted to put some positive energy out there. I would already be going to some workshops, I'd been going to some corporate events, and it was talking about putting positive energy out there, and I was already practicing positivity. I've read the book The Secrets. I've done so many different things to bring positivity, but I really wanted to bring that focus in on a daily basis. So this book here, what I did with this one was I actually started off by writing a list. This is my everyday list. Now bearing in mind this is quite a few years ago. So this list here is about things that I'm grateful for absolutely every day. Now, what I also did was I took all those words and I popped them into one of these wee word art things, and it came out with all these words in a really fancy way. And do you know what? I thought, this was a great tool. I actually had great fun doing it. So it was an opportunity to be thinking that somebody was smart enough to come up with a wee tool like this that's brought so much joy to my life and to others since, because you get them in loads of other different ways. So this is what it comes up here. So I started with that just to remind myself what I was grateful for every day. The rest of the book is filled with my goals and etc. at that time. Now the strangest thing was, after I'd been using this for a couple of years, I actually lost it. But when I reflect back, think, you know, I actually couldn't find it because that phase of my life was actually finished. So almost the universe was pointing me in the direction of starting a new book for my gratitude and for my goals and ambitions, etc. as well. So I did do bits and pieces of gratitude at that time. I tied it in with my goals. But to be honest, it wasn't until I started this book here that I really started to practice gratitude, which would be a couple of years after that one. So I'm going to show you this book. This is absolutely excellent. The best thing about it was it actually came with a pencil in it. And one of my stories that I talk about is when I'm grateful for my pencil, because there was a very low day I had a bunch of years ago, and I was like, geez, what else can I think of? I picked up my pencil and I thought, geez, I'm so grateful for this pencil. So that was my grateful for my pencil day. And if you ever get an opportunity to chat or come to one of my workshops, I'll give you the full story, because it does last a wee bit, but I could maybe just save that for another time. So this is what I've done with my gratitude journal. My focus was, right, I was going to absolutely focus and write something in this every day. So what I started with, like my other book, I wrote my list of givens. This is the stuff that I'm grateful for absolutely every day. Now, I didn't forget that. I would pick it up, I would read it every now and again. So if I was feeling a bit low, I felt my mood was a bit all over the place, then I would absolutely just use this to remind myself, and I would pick it up and read it. And then when I really started to practice, I actually started to write lots of different things down. So it was like, right, okay, I'll get to the end of the day, and before I went to my bed, I would just take a few moments to think, right, what am I grateful for? And I would write it down. Now, they say if you remember 3 things that you're grateful for and practice writing down 3 things, then that's really going to help your mental health improve, because those 3 things, when you actually start to take it over a few weeks, it gets you into that habit forming. So they say after 3 weeks that you're going to see a huge shift in your mental health just by practicing gratitude. Now, the way the brain is programmed to remember the negative. So if somebody gets one thing wrong but they've done 20 things right, you're more likely to remember the negative thing rather than the positive. So it's trying to use your brain and kind of switching that round to really bring the positive in. So in my wee book here, I'm focusing. So I'm just going to read a wee bit. So it's funny actually, because things that you can find that you're grateful for might actually not feel very happy at the time. It might feel quite a negative situation. But these negative situations could also bring you strength. So grateful for strength when it's being really quite a challenging time. But I'm just going to read a few things. So I've written here, grateful for my positive work colleagues. Grateful that the girls have a school to learn and make choices. Friends for me, friends for my family. Holidays, happiness. I've even written a new handrail. I can't even remember which handrail it was, but at the time I was happy for a new handrail, and that's really good, but who knows what that was. So, opportunity to discussion, opportunity to brainstorm ideas, just lots of different things. It's like anything that's brought you joy in that day, or it's made a significant difference to you in that day, write it down. Be grateful for compliments. Take the compliment and just absolutely embrace it. So as humans, we tend to back compliments off, and especially in the UK, we tend to go, oh, somebody says, oh, you've got a lovely dress on. Say, oh no, this old thing, I've got this in the sale, I've heard myself doing it. But what about saying, do you know what, thank you for that compliment, and being really grateful for that compliment? Because what that does is, not only does it bring joy to you, but it brings joy to the person that's gave you the compliment as well. So it's a win-win situation, and they might go home and write in their gratitude book that they're happy that somebody took the compliment. So there's lots of different ways that you could do your gratitude. Now, I went through a difficult time in 2014, but the real impact of that didn't really hit me until 2018. That along with some work stresses, and there was a lot going on. So when it was in 2018, I'd already started Your Positive Life. So I was already making a conscious effort each morning to put a positive thought out there in the morning, because that's what Your Positive Life's all about. It's about spreading joy. That teamed with using my gratitude journal. And specifically on my low days, I don't feel that I really vocalised very well how I was really feeling. Some days I would feel really quite angry, and some days I would just be really quiet. Sometimes I was like, right, I just didn't want to talk to anybody today. And we've all had days like that. But certainly using my gratitude journal, it really helped focus me on what was really good. Now, there'd be days that I just couldn't think of anything because I was brain dead that day, or I was feeling particularly low. So what I would do is I would pick up my gratitude journal and I would read everything that I'd written before. I would just sit and absorb that. I would feel the energy from it, the positivity from it. So you could use it in different ways. So on the great days, bang it all in there. I'm saying 3, you can put 20 in there if you want. It's entirely up to yourself. But there might be days that you just write one thing, but you read the journal. So you're already putting that positive energy out there because you're revisiting all that good stuff that you've had before. So it's a great practice to get into, and what I would encourage you to do is start using it and writing it down first, and just getting into the practice of writing what you're grateful for. And like I said, it could be absolutely anything. I would encourage it to be, try to be varied, but mostly don't be judgmental at yourself. Thanks, Mark. Thanks for the comments. And Kerry Sue, thank you so much for your positivity that's coming through. Thank you, much appreciate it. I'm going to write that in my journal just in a wee while. So, using the gratitude journal every day, absolutely spot on. So, totally lost my train of thought there because I put myself off. Oh yeah, I'll tell you what I was going to say. So what I was going to say was, get a wee journal that's quite small, and you can just shove it in your bag or your pocket, or, it depends, what you carry about. It's up to you. So even just something like this, this wee book here cost like, I think it was £3 for £1 or something like that, at one of the local cheap shops. And just start writing in it. Just start somewhere. Oh, I'll tell you what I was going to talk about. I was going to talk about not being judgmental of yourself. So the language that you use around gratitude is just so important. So if you're like, oh, I can't think this, I'm rubbish at this. What energy is that actually putting out there when you're doing that? It's actually putting some negative energy out there. So just trust yourself. So I trust myself to come up with this. I trust myself to find gratitude in every day. So actually giving yourself the authorization to find that gratitude opens your mind up, and you'll find that it'll absolutely unlock, and it'll just flow from you. So in this book here, I had my staples, excuse my scribbly writing, but it's all good, quite happy with that. So we've got the journal there, and I've got my givens, I've got loads of different pages, and I really absolutely worked this book until it was finished. And the good thing was, another thing that I was grateful for, I was talking to you about the great gratitude journal that I'd got from my friend Jackie. Now, you didn't have to keep all this to yourself. You can share it with somebody else. So I got a beautiful gift from Jackie. She came over on a surprise visit over to the UK. And part of that, she came to see me, which was absolutely fantastic. And she gave me a little gratitude book, which I've got, and it's in my bag in the room because that's where I keep it, because it's there all the time. But what she'd actually done, she hadn't just gave me the journal, she'd actually written all the way through it reasons why she was grateful that I was in her life, and gratitude for memories that we'd had, and also about my family as well. So it wasn't all just about me. It was absolutely fantastic. So my husband's just joined us, so I'm absolutely grateful for him because he just keeps me sane. So in this little book, she'd wrote all these lovely things, and she'd also put some photographs and memories as well, because part of it, Jackie's husband, who was our best man, he actually passed away. So that was a huge part of our lives. But she put photographs of him in there, and just us as families, and it was just absolutely beautiful. So if it's something that you're doing yourself, your gratitude book, I would encourage you to do it. But really, you could give it a gift to somebody else and get them started as well. So the whole point of doing these things is just to share. Share the joy from it with yourself, share it with your family, and share it with your friends as well, and just get them going. So what I'd like to do is ask you things that you feel that you're grateful for, or anything that you would like to share. So, anybody like to share what they're grateful for? Anything positive that's happened to them today that they can think about? I've put you on the spot now, haven't I? So while you're having a think, I'm going to show you a little book that I use. So I sell these little books, and this isn't a sales pitch at all, because you could buy these off of any kind of large retailer. But these little books, I have a range of them, and they're little wellbeing books. The great thing about this is if you find that you're struggling to think of things or really get in tune with it, you can get gratitude journals already made up. And then all you need to do is just add your own edge to it. Now, wee books like this actually gives you little exercises, and it talks about moods, it talks about what to do to bring gratitude into your life and how to embrace gratitude in your life. So you didn't have to feel alone with this sort of thing. There's loads of apps out there that you could give you wee prompts and reminders, and there's loads of things that you can actually do, which is super. And it just gives us that wee bit of helping hand just to get us started. Now, they do say the more positive energy that you put out there into the universe, it will start to heal what's happening at the moment. So there is a lot of negativity out there, people, the behaviours and lots of different things. And human nature will bring us lots of different people to our path. And it just depends on how we react to that, just depends on how it makes us feel. So thanks, Mark, for sharing your family being together. So absolutely everybody's feeling a bit anxious at the moment. Some people are feeling a bit teary, some people are actually unwell. So we want to share the positivity to make everybody just feel that wee bit better. Because, people are feeling out of control. It's like they don't have control. So we can take that control back by saying, do you know what, this is what I had control over today, and this is what I'm going to help make myself feel better about. So, anybody got any questions before I kind of finish up? Or anything else they want to add? I had some real positive experiences happen to me today. One of them is simple as my dog when I come in the door. As soon as I come in the door, he loves it. So his tail's wagging like crazy, and he's just so pleased to see you, and he just has no cares or worries. You pick him up, he's soft as a wee teddy bear, and I just absolutely love that I get that joy from him when I come up and into the house. Oh, look, Anne, thank you so much. And I'm grateful for you as well, my darling. Nicola, that's a really great point. You've got the beautiful blue skies, the sunshine, and the rain had passed. Absolutely. And even in rain, we can be grateful for rain as well, because, I know that we've had a lot, but when you look at some other countries, they didn't get quite as much as us. Yeah, it'd be good if we could share some of it out right enough, but we have that abundance as well. So being grateful for these Mother Nature. So while you're feeling in these times and it's a wee bit change from the norm, go out and be grateful for Mother Nature. So going for walks in the park, breathing in the fresh air, enjoying a glass of water out the tap, just some simple things that you could be grateful for. So I hope that's helped you a wee bit. So, when you're dressed for the rain, absolutely, Nicola. I think it was Billy Connolly that said, what's it? Rain's no a bad thing. It's we dress incorrectly or something like that for the rain. No weather's bad weather. It's just that we dress incorrectly for the weather. So yeah, get your rain hat on, your wellies, and go and take your big coat and go and take yourself out and get some fresh air. So so that's just a wee introduction to gratitude and practicing gratitude. Like I said, it's really, really simple, and just find a way of actually making it a practice every day. So you could put yourself a wee reminder on your phone. So at the end of the day, you've got your wee reminder come up, and then you could fill it in. Alternatively, you didn't have to wait until the end of the day. So you could wait, you could do it just whenever a moment strikes you. So certainly when I was going through the issue I was going through in 2018, and I was kind of bottling things up to myself, I found that my gratitude book was actually a form of release as well. So some of the things I was writing in there, it was a moment in time thing. So my gratitude, I'm grateful for my pencil day. I was actually at work, and it just been an absolute horrendous couple of hours, and the couple of weeks before that had been quite heavy as well. And I was just sitting almost frozen to the spot, just feeling absolutely stressed out. And I picked up my book, it was in the middle of the day, picked up my book, and I thought, right, I'm just going to take a few minutes out and just be really mindful of what I'm practising. And I just sat and I just wrote in my book. But it took me to write, I'm grateful for my pencil, before it actually unlocked anything else. So indeed, Fiona, good health, family and friends, absolutely blessed for that every single day, and long may that continue. So, like I said, that was just a wee introduction. If you've got any questions at all, I will be posting this on Facebook, so if you've got anything at all, please just stick some comments in the post. If you've got anything in particular you want to ask and you want to keep it private, please feel free just to send me a wee private message on Facebook and I'll come back to you. It's not a problem at all. But for the night, I'm very grateful that you have joined me. I'm grateful that you've listened to my ramblings, because I haven't prepared anything. I just thought I'd sit down and talk to you, and hopefully over the next few weeks I'll do some hopefully over the next few weeks I'll go and do some more lives. I just got a bit distracted there because Mark's away to go and feed the guinea pigs, which is fantastic. We love our pets so much. But anyway, have a wonderful night. Wishing you good health for you and your family, and go and start the journals before time passes again. Just go and do something. Go and write something down. Put something in your head. Just whatever works for you. Okay, night night.